Audie Murphy's story begins in the heart of Texas. He was born into poverty in 1925. Kingston, Texas was a small, rural town. Life was hard, especially during the Great Depression. Audie was one of 12 children. He knew hardship from a young age. He had to help provide for his family. This meant hunting and taking on odd jobs. School took a back seat to survival. Despite these challenges, Audie developed a strong work ethic and a quiet determination. These qualities would define his future. The year was 1942. The world was at war. A young Audie Murphy felt the call to serve. He was only 17. He lied about his age to enlist. He wanted to join his brothers in arms. He wanted to defend his country. He saw the military as a way out of poverty. He also saw it as a chance to prove himself. Little did he know he would become a legend. Audie Murphy's first taste of combat was in North Africa. He quickly learned the realities of war. He faced seasoned German soldiers. He endured the harsh desert conditions. He proved himself to be a capable soldier. He was promoted to corporal. He then fought in the Allied invasion of Sicily. He participated in the fierce fighting in Italy. With each battle, Audie's courage and skill became more evident. He earned the respect of his comrades. He also drew the attention of his superiors. The Colmar Pocket was a brutal campaign. It took place in the winter of 1945. The German army was putting up fierce resistance. The terrain was treacherous. The weather was bitterly cold. Audie Murphy and his unit were on the front lines. They faced constant enemy fire. They endured freezing temperatures and dwindling supplies, yet they fought on with grit and determination. Alone on a burning tank destroyer, a Medal of Honor performance. On January 26, 1945, Audie Murphy's life changed forever. His unit was attacked by a large German force. They were near the town of Holtzwihr, France. Audie's best friend was killed in the initial assault. The Americans were outnumbered and outgunned. Audie, though wounded himself, refused to back down. He climbed aboard a burning tank destroyer. The tank destroyer had been disabled by enemy fire. He manned its .50 caliber machine gun. He was completely exposed to enemy fire. Turning the tide, the impact of one man's courage. Audie Murphy held his ground for over an hour. He fired the machine gun relentlessly. He killed or wounded over 50 German soldiers. He single-handedly stopped the German advance. This allowed his unit to regroup and launch a counterattack. His extraordinary bravery turned the tide of the battle. He was wounded in the leg. Still, he refused medical attention. He continued to lead his men until the Germans were routed. Homecoming and Hollywood. Two words that seem worlds apart, yet for some they are deeply intertwined. After the brutal and relentless battles of World War II, a new kind of battlefield emerged for many soldiers. Audie Murphy, a name synonymous with bravery and heroism, came home a celebrated hero. Remarkably, he was just 20 years old when he returned from the war. His valor and courage on the battlefield earned him the title of the most decorated soldier in World War II. Among his numerous accolades, he was awarded the prestigious Medal of Honor, the highest military honor in the United States. In addition to the Medal of Honor, he received every other combat medal for valor available from the U.S. Army, a testament to his extraordinary bravery. His heroics on the battlefield made him a national celebrity, a symbol of American courage and resilience. Audie Murphy became the embodiment of courage and sacrifice, a living legend of his time. However, the transition from war hero to civilian life was far from easy. He struggled immensely to adjust to a world that seemed so different from the battlefields. He suffered from what we now recognize as PTSD, a condition that was not well understood at the time. Plagued by relentless nightmares and survivor's guilt, Murphy sought solace in a new arena, Hollywood. He found an outlet in acting, a way to channel his experiences and emotions. Over the years, he starred in more than 40 films, bringing his real-life heroism to the silver screen. Often he played the role of a soldier, a character he knew all too well. Beyond his acting career, Murphy used his platform to raise awareness about the struggles faced by veterans, advocating tirelessly for their rights and recognition. He spoke at numerous events, sharing his story and shedding light on the unseen battles many veterans face long after the war is over. Audie Murphy's legacy is not just one of battlefield heroics, but also of his relentless fight for the well-being of his fellow soldiers. His life serves as a powerful reminder of the enduring impact of war and the strength required to overcome its lasting shadows. The unseen scars, PTSD, and the price of valor, Audie Murphy's Hollywood success masked a deeper struggle. He was haunted by his wartime experiences. He suffered from insomnia and depression. He had flashbacks and nightmares. This was PTSD. It was not well understood at the time. He self-medicated with alcohol and sleeping pills. He carried a loaded pistol with him everywhere. He felt safer that way. He was a prisoner of his own mind. He never fully escaped the horrors of war. A reluctant hero finding purpose in storytelling. Audie Murphy never sought fame or recognition. He was a humble man, thrust into the limelight by the sheer magnitude of his actions during the war. He considered himself an ordinary man, just like any other soldier who fought in the war. Yet his bravery and heroism set him apart. He was thrust into extraordinary circumstances where he had to make life and death decisions in the heat of battle. His actions saved countless lives and earned him numerous accolades. Despite his reluctance, he felt a responsibility to tell his story. He believed that sharing his experiences could provide insight into the realities of war. He wanted to honor the men who didn't come home, those who made the ultimate sacrifice. Their stories, he felt, deserved to be told. He published his autobiography, To Hell and Back, in 1949. It was a bestseller, capturing the raw and unfiltered experiences of a soldier in the midst of war. It was a raw and honest account of his wartime experiences, detailing the horrors and the heroism that defined his service. It resonated with veterans and civilians alike. Veterans saw their own experiences reflected in his words, while civilians gained a deeper understanding of the sacrifices made by soldiers. He used his platform to advocate for veterans' rights, ensuring that their voices were heard and their needs were met. He spoke out about the importance of mental health care, recognizing the invisible wounds that many soldiers carried with them long after the war had ended. His advocacy helped pave the way for better support systems for veterans. Audie Murphy's legacy, an enduring symbol of courage and resilience. Audie Murphy died tragically in a plane crash in 1971. He was only 46 years old. He left behind a legacy of bravery, resilience, and compassion. He is remembered as the quintessential American hero. He rose from humble beginnings to accomplish extraordinary things. He never forgot where he came from. He always remained humble and grounded. He used his fame to help others. He spoke out for those who couldn't speak for themselves. Beyond the silver screen, we find stories that transcend time and space. Today, we are remembering a true American hero, a man whose bravery and sacrifice have left an indelible mark on history. Audie Murphy's story is an inspiration to us all. Born into poverty, he rose to become one of the most decorated soldiers in World War II. He reminds us that courage comes in many forms. It is not just about grand gestures, but also about the small acts of bravery that happen every day. It is not the absence of fear that defines a hero. It is the ability to overcome fear and do what is right, even when the odds are stacked against you. Audie Murphy teaches us that even ordinary people can achieve extraordinary things. His life is a testament to the power of determination and resilience. He reminds us of the sacrifices made by our veterans, the countless men and women who have given their all for the sake of freedom. He challenges us to honor their service, not just in words, but in actions. We must ensure their legacy lives on. We must remember their stories, the tales of bravery and sacrifice that have shaped our nation. We must support them in their time of need, providing the care and respect they deserve. Audie Murphy's legacy continues to inspire generations. His story is taught in schools and his name is etched in the annals of history. He reminds us that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope. The bonds formed in the crucible of war are unbreakable. He shows us the true meaning of courage, resilience, and the indomitable spirit. Audie Murphy's life is a beacon of hope and a reminder of the extraordinary potential within us all. As we remember Audie Murphy, let us also remember all those who have served and sacrificed. Their legacy is our heritage and their bravery is our inspiration. Let us honor their memory by living lives worthy of their sacrifice. and by striving to make the world a better place for future generations.